Golf Central on YouTube is brought to you by the new Paradigm Woods and Irons from Callaway.
Hi, I'm Whit Watson. This is your Golf Central update. As most of you have seen by now, the difficult images continue to surface from the island of Maui as residents deal with fallout from wildfires that swept across the island. A frightening time for many who have lost property and loved ones. Collin Morikawa appeared on Golf Today, trying to do his part to help Maui.
And Collin Morikawa joins us now from Olympia Fields. Collin, what should we know about your family's ties to this region?
Yeah, my grandparents were born there. That's where they all grew up, in Lahaina, actually. That's where, we just heard about John talking about my grandparents' restaurant. It's there no more. They sold it a long time ago before I was born, but growing up there for my grandparents, my dad used to go there as a child, hang out throughout the summers, all throughout the summers. That's our family. That's where our family goes back to. That's home. It's a home away from home, like I said in my post a week ago. To go back and something to be that heartbreaking and that devastating, and that having that connection. I've never really had that in my life, and it sucks to go through this. But I hope we just kind of come back through all this and just get our community together, get this golf world together, and help out as much as we can, because it's one of the most beautiful places on this entire planet.
Your fundraising effort, Collin, has had a lot of support from a lot of different quarters. Chef Jose Andres has had a tremendous record with humanitarian disasters around the world, has joined forces with you as well. What can you tell us about where you're going to direct the monies that you're raising for this cause?
Yeah, so I got to meet Jose Andres actually this year at the Masters, and what an amazing human being and what an amazing guy and family as well. But last week was about Maui United Way. That was, a fundraising effort for last week. This week, we're going to focus on World Central Kitchen, which is Jose Andres' charity and nonprofit. So we're going to be focusing on those two charities throughout all of playoffs. I'm not sure how I'm going to distribute everything, but I'm definitely going to be pushing for World Central Kitchen a little bit more this week. And then really just at the end of the day is just to put out the awareness. I've had a lot of sponsors reach out. I've had a lot of friends reach out. Obviously, Xander, I believe, is also donating to his cause. And, look, it's where we start at the beginning of the year. It's something so special to all of us. It's somewhere we all want to be at the beginning of the year. And to go back and to think about what it's going to be like, I might be shedding some tears by the time we show up. It's only a few months away. It's something so special to us. It really is about just bringing back the roots of what Hawaiian culture is. And I know everyone that has ever visited Lahaina has loved it every single time they've been out there.
Collin, how is it different trying to make birdies for others as opposed to making birdies for yourself?
Yeah, I thought about that on the first tee last week, and I'll keep thinking about that, as the rounds go on and the playoffs go through. There's just more meaning to it. And sometimes, it just pushes yourself to grind a little bit more. It pushes yourself to really just be out there and to know that this is my life, this is what I do, but there's so much else going around the world that people are going through, that this is just so much more meaningful and impactful. So any way I can help, any way, obviously the birdies, I want to make as many birdies. Olympia Fields this week is going to be very tough. But I'm going to do as much as I can really throughout these playoffs to bring the awareness, bring the amount of donations up as much as we can to just help people that are in need out there. Because if you look at the photos, you look at the videos, it really was pretty much flattened all the way down to the earth.
Collin, you mentioned Xander Schauffele is also getting involved. He's donating up to $400,000 from his foundation. The tour is working with Sentry as well. Are you impressed at how it seems to be that the community around the PGA Tour really does seem to be taking some action on this?
Absolutely, and I push all of my other fellow golfers to help out. Whether it's a few birdies here and there, a few thousand, whatever it is, anything helps. The amount of clothes we have, the food they need, the utilities they might need. There's a list, and it goes on and on. They lost everything, But I think what's cool about the golf community is that we do care about the communities we come into, right? We do have programs. You have first tee programs. We have clinics. We have charities that the PGA Tour and the players give out to every week and weekend, throughout the entire schedule we go. And this is an important week for us. What Maui represents to us is a accumulation of all the hard work you've done in the previous year, and that's where you want to show up at the beginning of the year. So it means a lot. I think it means a lot to people that have been there, people that have never been there, I think they're going to realize how special it is. So there's a lot to it, what the Sentry tournament represents and what us golfers do for the community. So I'm challenging everyone as well at the same time.
Collin, the New York Times did a wonderful podcast on the devastation. They talked about the meaning of family in Lahaina town. The people love to talk story and to spend time together. Talk about the deep family ties of the people in that region and that part of Maui that have been there in many cases for generation upon generation.
Yeah, I mean, you look back, I mean, my great-grandparents were there, right? And not just on my side, but a lot of family. Like, there's a lot of rich history. And I think the few words that people know in Hawaiian is ohana, right? That's family. Like, there's a lot of words out there that we don't know, but ohana is one that I think can resonate with a lot of people. And it means so much more than just family. It's that history, it's the culture, it's the ties, it's the way of life. It's the way people go through their daily life, that Hawaiian vibe. When you step foot, off the airplane, when you go to Hawaii, there's something about it that just gets you in a relaxing mode. And that's that culture out there. So to see what they've had to go through and the struggle that they've gone through over the past, week or so, it's just heartbreaking, just like I said. But the amount of history, the amount of family that is back there, I wish them all the best. My prayers are with them, and I just hope that we're able to get through this stronger and hopefully, just rebuild that culture right back.
Rebuild the culture and rebuild the town of Lahaina as well. Collin, are you afraid of what you're going to see when you actually get there? Because the images can only communicate so much, but you're so intimately familiar with the town. When you go back there in January, is part of you a little fearful of what you're going to see?
I am. Every year we always walked by the store that ended up being where the Morikawa restaurant used to be. I never saw it, but my dad would walk by every single year. We'd stand in front of it, even though we knew where it was. We'd take photos every single year, and yeah, I am very scared. But I think with being scared, also you need to step up. You need to be courageous. You need to be brave, and we have that ability to reach out to millions and millions of people, our network of the PGA Tour, us being professional athletes, and make it better. Find charities, find ways to help out these people because, look, they're doing all they can, and it's always nice to have a helping hand, right? So it's going to be, golf will be very weird that week when we head out there for Sentry. I guarantee that. It's only a handful of months away. Even with that time, stuff can't be rebuilt like that quickly, and to know that Lahaina is where everyone would have dinner, everyone would hang out after the rounds. People would go there, tourists would go there. The banyan tree was there. You can sit under the tree. It's going to be very eerie going back to a place like that where I know I have so many connections and people have a love for just the nature and people around there.
Collin, thanks for all your efforts. They'll truly be impactful for the people of Lahaina town. Thanks for your time today.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.